This afternoon at the State House, a group of Kurdish students from UMass Boston organized a protest against airstrikes by the Turkish government. The offensive in Syria was against a Kurdish militia that was a leading ally for the United States against ISIS. The airstrikes followed a recent decision by President Trump to withdraw the remaining American forces from the same area.
We have a couple of hundred U.S. soldiers there. That couple of hundred U.S. soldiers, it can't stop this genocide. How can we move them out? For past 8 years, we only lost 2 U.S. soldiers and some wounded, but we lost brave men and women, and 11,000. I can give you 11,000 brave men and women we lost. They lost their lives for fighting ISIS.
The entire world is dependent on them, on Kurdish forces fighting ISIS. We really owe them a huge debt from everywhere in the world for what they've done against Islamofascism. Instead of supporting that fight, they're being betrayed.
We have been backing the U.S. up in fighting ISIS, and we were the ones who started to fight ISIS before anyone else because obviously we were right on the borders. And we fought alone for such a long time, and then for America to go ahead and betray us, that puts us at a very vulnerable position and where we can't believe them again.
We feel very used. The Kurds have proven to be a very strong ally of the U.S. In its fight against the extremist jihadists and ISIS in general. And so for the United States to turn its back on this partnership and its closest allies and strongest in the region is very devastating.
Meanwhile, the Turkish government says the offensive was meant to create a buffer against ISIS and a Kurdish militia that it blames for acts of terrorism.